Just a few months ago, a young woman named Emily was staying at her parents' house during a weekend trip back to her hometown. It was late at night, and everyone in the house had gone to bed. But Emily, a night owl, decided to stay up watching Netflix in the living room. Out of nowhere, she felt a sudden drop in temperature. She brushed it off as the air conditioner kicking in, but it wasn't long before she noticed something strange out of the corner of her eye. A figure, standing just outside the hallway. It wasn't moving, and at first she thought it was her father, maybe checking in on her.
Hey, Dad?
She called, but there was no response. The figure, tall and shadowy, simply stood there. Emily's stomach tightened with fear. Slowly she got up and walked toward the hallway, but as soon as she rounded the corner, the figure was gone. She searched the house, even checked on her parents. Both were sound asleep. She never found out who or what it was, but that was the first of many nights she refused to stay up alone. In early 2023, a couple from Tennessee moved into a charming old farmhouse. It was their dream home, rustic, quiet, and surrounded by fields. But within weeks of moving in, strange things began happening. At first, it was small. Picture frames would be crooked, chairs pulled out from the dining table when no one was home. They laughed it off, thinking maybe it was just the house settling. Then one night while they were in bed, they heard loud bangs coming from the kitchen. The husband, John, got up to investigate, but when he walked in, the room was in complete disarray. Cabinets had flung open, silverware scattered across the floor, and their once neatly arranged chairs were now stacked on the table, one on top of the other. They were the only two in the house, and neither of them could explain how it happened. The occurrences continued for weeks. Loud bangs, objects moving on their own, and an overwhelming sense that something in the house was angry. Desperate, they brought in a paranormal investigator who confirmed their suspicions. A presence was in the house, one that didn't want them there. They moved out just a month later. In a viral story from the Philippines, a seemingly ordinary selfie quickly turned into something far more chilling. A young boy was taking a casual selfie video, smiling and posing with his phone. But when the family reviewed the footage, they saw something they could never have imagined, a familiar face peeking out from behind the boy. It was his grandmother, or Lola, who had passed away some time earlier. In the video, the boy's face is clear, but just behind him, the unmistakable face of his deceased grandmother can be seen, with hollow eyes, peeking from behind, as if she were still watching over him. Family members were shocked. They couldn't believe how clear the image was. There was no mistaking it. To them, it was a sign that their Lola hadn't quite left yet, still keeping a watchful eye over her grandchild from the other side. Or is it? The video quickly went viral, and it was checked by experts, who deemed it unedited, leaving everyone questioning the boundaries between the living and the dead. Lily had just started college in a small, rural town and was renting an old apartment near campus. She loved the place at first. Tall ceilings, hardwood floors, and plenty of charm. But after a few weeks, things took a darker turn. One evening, she was studying late into the night when she felt like she was being watched. She glanced toward her bedroom door and saw a dark, shadowy figure standing in the doorway. It was tall and featureless, a deep black silhouette against the dim light. Frozen with fear, Lily kept her eyes locked on the shadow, unable to move or speak. After what felt like an eternity, the figure slowly backed away, disappearing into the hallway. Shaken, she ran to the door, but there was nothing there. She convinced herself it was just a trick of her tired mind, until the next night when it appeared again, this time closer. The figure continued appearing over the next few weeks, always in the same place, just standing there watching. Lily eventually moved out, leaving the shadow behind, but she still has nightmares about the night it stood right by her bed. Have you ever had any paranormal experiences that you would like to share? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please support the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated.